Hello and welcome to another campaign review for Call of Cthulhu. This time we're going to look at the complete masks of Nyarlathotep. Now this is actually the collector's edition that I have here, but you have other editions as well, of course. But me being me, I buy collector's editions. This is actually quite an open world campaign because when it starts out in New York, and your players are getting a lot of different places where to go. If you look at this map, this is actually important campaign locations. Now, our players, I'm just going to zoom in a bit here, our players can go anywhere they want to go to all these, because basically they're going to go from New York, they either go to London and from there down to Africa and Cairo and stuff like that, or they're going to go to the other side and go through Asia and take Shanghai and Australia first, which makes it hard for a game master to be really prepared to what's going to happen. When I started this, I actually led this for one group. When I started this one, I was kind of daunted by the size of it and the ability to sandbox. So I was kind of afraid. But when we just got started, and by some nice nudging by me, I actually got them the kind of open sandbox way. I kind of nudged them to England by going like, well, the most normal part would be to go to England, you know. You have a couple of clues over there. And of course they went, and they uncover the secret plot where a different cult over the world is trying to summon Nyarlathotep to the world. Now that's bad, because Nyarlathotep, being the jester of the Chaosium world, he definitely wants to come to the world. He's maybe not the worst god of all the gods out there. I mean, he kind of likes the humans. He likes to toy with us, see what happens, and basically just experiment on us. But yeah, as it starts out, you're going to be in New York. You're going to visit a bookshop, or a cult shop actually, down in Bronx. You're going to meet a lot of weird characters. You're also going to Africa, both Cairo and down at the coast. You'll see a lot of different weird stuff. I know that when my players got down to Mombasa, their main characters were so shredded and had lost so much sanity, it was kind of hard to keep up with the actual campaign, because, well, they were afraid of so many weird things, and it's really important, if you do this campaign, that you actually get some backup characters, and it's plausible. You need a plausible explanation why they are going to be there. So it couldn't be like, well, I made a Swedish truck driver 1925, and he's going to be down in Mombasa and deliver milk. No. So that's not going to work. So you actually need to have like a sister, brother, relative, or something like that. Or you need the monetization view, like there's a private investigator that's getting hired by someone back in the States that actually wants to, go and check out stuff. But overall, I would like to say that this campaign, I've digressed a bit from the actual topic. This campaign is very, very well written, very good. It has a lot of handouts and a lot of summarizations. When your players are going to start out in New York, they're going to get so many handouts thrown at them that they're really going to be very much wondering where to go. It's going to be overwhelming. So you as a game master actually have to be sure to nudge them in the right direction. Otherwise they might just stand still and run in circles, don't know where to go. Also, this is a very deadly campaign. Your characters will die. I'm not kidding, they will die. And it also has a lot to do with the curiosity of the players. I mean, if they're curious, really curious, then yeah, they're going to lose their sanity. We lost our first character in London, actually in Southampton. We got out to up to London. They figured out something was going on there. They went to a cult meeting, and when they were trying to leave, they ran up to the car. Our person that's trying to start the car with the stake that you put into the engine, I don't know the name right now, he actually fumbles and throws it away instead. because he's so afraid and doesn't know what to do. So what happens is basically the lawyer in the group turns around and tries to fight off the incoming cultists, who are all armed with clubs, knives, and stuff like that. Now what happens is, well, he gets clubbed to death, and he dies. And the rest of them get some small sand loss and then runs off to get in the car, which is now started, of course. And they take off like a bat out of hell. Now that's all good and well, but as I said, we have made this is like the second session, and we already lost a player. And this happens, and well, this didn't have to happen, but they thought it would be a good thing to do, to fire at a cultist leader with their pistols, who was summoning dragons. Well, it's kind of bad, doesn't work well. From there, they actually went to Cairo and Port Said, or Port Said first, and then to Cairo, where they found out that stuff was going on in the pyramids. They found out about the Black Prince, which is another avatar of Nyarlathotep. They tried to foil his plans. They kind of did. He went ape shit, and in my version, due to their things, actually trampled Cairo out of spite and anger. So they had to flee from a 200-meter tall avatar of a god, trampling around, hurling fire, and yeah, shit was bad. But not for one of the players, because all he saw was pink dragons and elephants, because he was having a high delusion at the time due to sand loss. So he was fine, except he was trying to crash the car all the time because he saw imaginary animals everywhere. After that, they actually went to Mombasa and Mountain of the Black Wind, and in Mombasa they decided to go out for a small trip on the safari, which is fine. It's totally fine, except they got attacked by ghoul babies who tried to kill them, and yeah, let's just say it didn't work well. Oh yeah, in Cairo they actually lost another player. They sacrificed another player to another god, which is Bast. They wanted help, and they decided Bast should help them. So they sacrificed him as a plaything to her. It didn't really matter, because that guy that they sacrificed was so sand lost that he was going to end up in a basket anyways. But really, this campaign gave us a lot of laughs. It's very well written. I do recommend it if you're after a good adventure campaign for Call of Cthulhu. Pick up the Masks of Nyarlathotep. Awesome stuff.